call her name, so she would.
Hey, monkey. Hi.
Anywho, hey y'all, what's up?
Hi,
We are
Baos.
back again. Episode 14.
Is it 14?
14.
14.
Can't believe we've done this 14 times.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Does it seem like more than 14 times or less?
Yeah, dealing with you does seem like more.
Oh, okay. I'm the difficult one, huh?
Yeah, it's easy for me because I'm used to dealing with me. I'm not the talent that just comes up here and crosses her legs and plays on her phone.
Oh, of course.
While I do the technical stuff.
Hey.
Anyway.
This is enough for me because it took you how many years to convince me to do a podcast with you?
Whatever, dude.
So this is all I'm here for, just to talk.
Whatever, dude. I'm not. See, I wasn't complaining. I was just stating the obvious. Really,
I'm the talent. I'm doing a lot of work.
You're the talent.
Yes.
She said she's the talent.
Yes.
I think I'm the funny one of the bunch. You're the pretty. I'm the funny.
But I'm the one creating
funniest
a life
talent
right here.
Whatever.
So look.
Yeah. So I told her I don't like, if you look at the last videos, when I'm editing, I have an issue with her feet.
Mind you, we don't wear shoes in the house. We don't
wear socks all the time.
We don't even let guests wear shoes in the house. Okay, so there is house slippers.
I have no problem.
And then
you're misconstruing what I say. You're misconstruing.
But he doesn't like to see my feet on camera for some reason.
You're misconstruing what I say. I didn't say I didn't like your feet. I
He
just
doesn't
don't like them on the video. I
yes.
just don't know. I don't. In real life, yes.
In real life, he
I
sees my
touch
feet
them. I massage them. All kind of things. I just don't. I don't know. On the video, I don't like it. I don't know why.
We're in our house. I don't wear shoes in the house, so
I appreciate that though. The Totoros are cute.
It's gonna be Totoro every single video now.
That's fine, and I appreciate that. But anywho, so this is one of the last ones that I'll have, but this is gonna be the Orbits. It is brought to you by Ingenious. It's a sour with orange and cranberry. Eric, you would hate this. You hate sour beers. But this is delicious. It's
how many
6%. 6%.
That's not.
I'll get to it. I got this.
Okay.
I'm kidding. It's 6%. It has pretty cool label. Has like a little planet on it, and like orbits, of course, orbits. So.
Well, we are Houston, so orbits. So are you going to buy some from HEB?
Maybe. Once I get tired of these.
They have. When they were,
that's one thing about these beers that I do like. They fill these up, babe. Every time I pop one of these, it is overflowing. Like, that is not a joke. Like, it is overflowing like most of the time.
I joked the other day though that maybe that's why they closed down. They're just too generous with their portions.
I don't think those little couple, not even ounces, matter.
I don't know. It might be an ounce.
It almost tastes like. Almost tastes like a cider. Almost like orange cider. It's pretty good.
When they were doing, I don't know if they were doing well, but they were doing pretty big batches. They would distribute to some area HEBs. Not every single HEB. And I'm guessing the ones nearby might get more, or like the Kingwood one. I don't remember seeing them in the Tasasita one that I go shopping at.
I mean, you just telling everybody where we live at, man.
I mean, there are thousands of houses in the area. So like,
I'm just saying, you're really narrowing it down.
But so I remember I used to like to go shopping at the HEB on in Heights.
Yeah.
So I've seen them there. I've seen the Ingenious beers there. So
that's pretty cool.
But yeah.
So it's Saturday, and I'm kind of wearing their colors. The Texans won today against the Browns at playoff game. Pretty cool.
The
I don't
team
keep
that
up
you
with
no
sports,
longer
but it's pretty
watch.
cool. It's still pretty cool to see them win. I mean, it's not like I don't care. I don't care, but it's not like I don't give a shit. I give a little bit. I care a little bit. Like, it's cool to see them win and stuff. So it's cool that they're going to the next round. One more round, and then they go to the AFC Championship. And then after that, if they win one more time, they go to the Super Bowl. So
Yeah. Do
they
you
just
think
need
it's
to keep
gonna
winning.
happen?
Huh?
Do you think it's gonna happen?
I have faith that they can go. Like, it would be really cool to have a rookie quarterback the first time ever into the Super Bowl. Like, I've done it plenty of times on Madden, and they always mention it in Madden, so I know it's a real fact that it's the first time a rookie would be starting in the Super Bowl. So that would be cool.
I think,
And a rookie coach.
I think if they can get to the AFC Championship, that's like
really that'd be awesome. That'd be the first time.
Yeah. So yeah, because Texans usually don't go past wild
Second
card.
round. They get this. No, they get the wild card. Then they usually don't make the next game. The next game is their Achilles heel. Is the next game the divisional playoff? They call it. I think. Yeah, the divisional playoff.
So as we're speaking right now, the Arctic blast cold front is entering Houston in a few hours.
Yep.
And it's already in a lot part of the United States.
We should have just did the podcast then when we're freezing.
I don't know. We might lose electricity or something
we can
crazy.
Still do it. Everything runs off the laptop.
Yeah, true.
We'll
but
see.
then we'll need to conserve power.
We'll
but,
see. If we do, it's right here.
So, but you know, like, it's already hit like the northern part of the United States.
Yeah.
I saw a post by a neighbor who said like her father lives in like Montana or something. It's like negative 40 degrees.
That's ridiculous.
Negative 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's supposed to get to like 19, 20 here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold.
1920 is already below freezing.
What was it that what was it in that time it froze here in 2021?
What do you mean?
How cold did it get?
It got to the teens.
Was it lower than 19 and 20?
I think it's around the same. It's just it was for a long time, and so they say ERCOT, the Texas power people, said that they're more prepared now because they have more like alternative energy sources in the power grid. That's what they claim. But well, they were supposed to fix it after that. We were out of power for 32 hours, I think.
Yeah, so the other day it got windy and we lost power. So I'm not holding faith in this.
Yeah, but it didn't last very long. And like and that wind
kidding.
and power happens all the time because you have a tree that falls on a power line or whatever, transformer.
I forgot.
Or something.
I was supposed to be showing you this. This is the bike that I got from my goddaughter. And yeah, my goddaughters. And so this is the bike, the Power Ranger bike that I was supposed to be putting together, and I totally forgot because we got to talking.
Are you going to do it right now?
Might as well. I think I can do it pretty quickly.
You can do it on your lap or like little tiny corner of a table?
Okay.
So, yeah, like.
Oh, it's got tape on it. I'm about to be a Hulk and just rip the box.
So, are you able to open it? Do you need nails?
No, I got it.
So, like, yeah, last time, I mean, Texas made national news because we are on this crazy power thing that in the wintertime, they're like, oh, it's Texas. Wintertime, you don't use a lot of power. And, like.
Uh-oh. See, I ripped the box.
Yeah, see, I asked you if you need help.
Nope, it's fine.
Oh, you already showed the picture.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Last episode.
So Texas, apparently, according to ERCOT, just too many people go on maintenance in the wintertime with their power generation stations and stuff like that because of this assumption that Texas doesn't need power in the wintertime. But everybody was heating up their house during the Arctic freeze, which I find it hilarious. I know people didn't think logically when things happen, but people were freaking out. It's like, oh, the power is out. All the food in our fridge will spoil. Well, guess what? It's colder outside than your fridge. So just put stuff outside. I just boxed up.
Oh, okay.
I just boxed up our things that like are more perishable than just like condiments in the
I'm
fridge.
gonna open this
and
it's
I
gonna fly
took it
everywhere.
outside.
So I'm just gonna tear it.
Do you need help?
No, I don't need
Okay.
help. I'm not a child. Get out of here. Just opening the package. Get out of here.
But I have fingernails.
your story.
You don't. But yeah, I'm hoping like they're not making a big deal about power this time, so I'm hoping it's gonna be okay. But yeah. Apparently though, now they're thinking it's gonna ice, which Houston is very bad when it is wet and cold because our roads are not made for um slight wetness on the road and it's below freezing. So I don't know.
Yeah, and I gotta go to work.
Well, actually, what they're predicting is from tomorrow night, 6 p.m. till the next morning, next
It's
evening.
wheels.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It might be done by the time you go to work, but
I hope so.
I might need to work from home. We shall see. I'm not gonna go out if the news said it's gonna be like ice everywhere. So we shall see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you go.
Well, I brought my work laptop home for that reason. Anyway, I have Winnie the Pooh with me today.
Winnie the Pooh.
He's been making fun of me lately, saying that when I wear my normal shirts that I used to wear before the belly came out, now they just hang, they just hang on my belly. That doesn't, because I have some small T-shirts like female cuts that are short, and now they just hang too high, and then it doesn't go to my waistband and my pajama
I say
pants.
it's cute. You make it seem like I'm being mean.
But you call me Winnie the Pooh.
Because you do look like Winnie the
I don't look like this. Anyway,
Pooh. You exactly like that.
so the other day I told you I was gonna tell you a story, on
Bike.
podcast. Bike is done very fast. So the other day, do you remember when I was being silly because you said something, so I stuck my tongue out at you, right? So this is
Tiny
what I
tongue.
did. I did this.
Tiny tongue. What,
And
that
he
is the
says-
smallest tongue.
Look, my tongue is not that tiny, but when I stick my tongue out at you, I like to do it little, like to be cute, because the whole point is to be silly. It's not supposed to be really like I'm trying to be an emoji.
Sure,
Um,
buddy.
Whatever. So, you making fun of my tongue though made me thought about something. So like, I don't have a long tongue, but I'm not tongue tied. You know how like that thing underneath your tongue that holds it to the bottom of your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was
You tell me
thinking
you
of
don't have
this.
that or something?
I have it. I was thinking about this and it just brought a memory to my head. And
Oh,
when the
shit,
memory-
This dude has a helmet. So there's a head and a helmet.
so you can remove the helmet.
Cool.
So when I was remembering this, it all suddenly become one of those sitcom moments. You know, like in sitcoms, they like to like when there's family, like adults and kids, they like to make this little joke where like kids will say something and not understanding like the innuendo about what they're saying and stuff like that, or like just the out of context adult mind think about. So I remember this story from my childhood, and I realized as an adult thinking back, this is definitely like something that would be in a sitcom script. So when I was in third and fourth grade, there was a little girl that had like grew up most of her life in the US at that point. So she was like 10, 11 years, she was 10 years old, but she like was in the US for like, you know, from 6 to 10 or something like that. Like she was being educated as American with her mom in the US, but then she had moved back to Taiwan and she didn't speak much Chinese. She would speak English and like nobody understood her. But then like she was trying to make friends and stuff. And you know how kids do silly things? So she likes to show that she doesn't have that thing on the bottom of her tongue. Like she can stick her tongue out super far, like lick her nose and stuff like that. And when remember this now as an adult. I was like, that is so wrong because, like, if you put it in out of context, it's like this girl has a long tongue and she can do some freaky things. I'm just saying. Like this girl is like in school sticking her tongue out, showing how long her tongue is, how far she can lick with her tongue, and it's just so wrong if you think about it as an adult. Anyway,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
you're thinking about it wrong.
it's just weird that kids don't think about stuff like
Yeah,
it's like
'cause they're
showing off
kids
her
and they're
tongue.
innocent.
Yeah, but like with little boys around and stuff. But the little boys were really mean to her.
Because little boys are mean. That's why
Yeah.
I'm glad we're having a little girl. But little girls are very honest.
So, how's your bike?
Just give me a second. I'm getting it.
Yeah, but you need to make conversation. This is a podcast.
I just was talking. I was just talking.
Uh-huh.
I just said how boys suck. Sorry.
Boys suck. Like you.
Why you gotta make it personal?
Because you're a boy.
But you still don't have to make it personal. Like that was a personal shot. You're mean, and I don't want to do
So,
this anymore.
you had mentioned something
Wow.
a few weeks ago when we went to your parents'
What
house.
did I mention?
You mentioned I need to ask you about a tree at the intersection going to your parents' neighborhood.
I don't know if I want to tell it. Yeah.
You're the one that says, remind me to tell you a story on podcast one day.
So I won't say what car I was driving, but I will say I was driving down that road, down North Houston, Bama, going back towards that house, and
How old were you?
I 18 probably.
Oh, yeah. This is when you came back from Conroe?
No, this is before I left for Conroe.
Wait, Tamika had a house that long?
And then I was going I was listening. I don't remember what I was listening to. I was too much into the music, and I wasn't paying attention because she had probably just moved over there, probably a couple of years. And I hadn't been over there quite that much, and like I said, I was just learning how to drive. You know, kids, stupid, not paying attention.
So were you still in high school or were
Nah, I graduated already. And then I was making that corner. And it was raining. And when I say that I hit that tree smack dab, face first, like head on into that tree, in whatever car I was driving. It wasn't. I would say it wasn't my car. It wasn't the Blazer. It wasn't the Blazer. But I hit that tree head on. Boom. And I backed up. I got out of the car. I looked. And nothing was wrong with the car.
What? What kind of tank were you driving?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Was it your parents' car?
I'll tell you afterwards.
You don't want to incriminate yourself.
I'm not telling what I'm doing. What are you, crazy?
You're
But
the
I'll
one
tell
that
you
said you want to
afterwards.
tell on the podcast.
But yeah, I'll tell you afterwards.
Wait, how did not?
I have no. To this day, I have no. Because I was going pretty fast. Like I was going fast enough to where I made that. When I turned, it like skidded and I lost control.
Because your hydroplane.
Yeah, and I hit that tree. Boom.
So you took
no car stop.
Because of the rain, you took that turn too wide.
I think it turned too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, but you took it too wide because the tree is on the opposite side of the.
I just lost control.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you take it normally, there's no tree because the tree is on the opposite side of the intersection.
They should do dumb shit. Sorry.
So because nothing happened.
And that was the second time that I skidded and lost control of a car.
In the same car?
Nope.
So
So the first time, This was
You should have told this story to Ichiro.
this was before that time. It was I was still living at this house, I believe. Yeah. I was still living at my parents. I don't think I graduated yet. I think I just got my license. Yeah. And they had just let me go out by myself. Like it was one of those scenarios where like really this is the first time out. Like really what are you fucking doing? What are you doing? So I remember hold on, let me get these pieces up. I remember like going to the
Do you want me to help you find the pieces while you say the story?
I was just driving around. I was just driving around by myself. I was just by myself. I was glad I had a license. I was by myself, jamming out, listening to music. I wasn't doing no dumb shit. I wasn't high. I was just enjoying having a license.
How old were you when you got your license?
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
And dumb.
Oh yeah.
And borrowing your parents' car because you
nope. This was Kaylin's car.
Oh, okay. Kaylin, don't listen.
She ain't paying attention. She ain't watching this. I'm sure she ain't watching this. It was the blue. Remember the blue car? The blue car. That blue car, the Mercury.
The Mercury was Kaylin's car?
That was Kaylin's car.
Oh.
Kaylin, I got it from I bought it from Kaylin. I gave $1,000 for it and got it.
I barely remember it because
I got in the wreck. It was like right when we got together. That's why we got the car.
but no, it was March, I believe. We met in May.
July? We got together in July.
We met in like end of May, early June. So we got together in July, and this is March the following year when we.
So that's 8 months.
Yeah.
That's not that long. That's it. Right when we got together, so that's why you don't remember it. You weren't here. You were in school.
No, I remember it because you were driving it when we met.
One said it, not me. But anywho.
But you were having some issues with a car, so then I ended up driving us to work. Remember, I'll pick you up.
So what was I?
You were driving Kaylin's car. You were just excited you had a license.
Ma'am. Keep interrupting me in my damn story. Forgot what I was doing. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, and you interrupted me, and you're not helping.
Nobody asked you to do the Lego while we do podcasts.
Damn it! I dropped his helmet. Now you're gonna be riding dangerously.
It's okay. His head is hard.
Don't ride without a helmet. You know who I'm talking to. I'll explain that later.
Okay.
Okay. So I was just enjoying riding music, and I was going down familiar neighborhood streets to where I was like, I'm not gonna get lost. I'm just gonna ride around the hood. I'm just gonna enjoy my shit. I'm just gonna enjoy just being in a car by myself, driving. Like I'm a kid. Like I'm pretty much still a kid. Like this is pretty cool. So I missed one piece. So I just decided, out of this sheer stupidity of being a young, immature idiot, I'm going down like a straightaway, like a neighborhood street, but it's straight. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna gun it. And I gun it. It's a pretty long street. Because, you know how, what was it? What's that street? Aldine Westfield. You know when you come out of Turner and Aldine Westfield is pretty long. Well, you know how long Turner was from Aldine Westfield to the Beltway to the toll road. So those streets are pretty straight and pretty long. You can.
This is old school.
Yeah,
like this is not
just
modern day
streets.
neighborhood. This is not modern day neighborhood streets where like aesthetically or like to make you slow down, like curve and stuff. These are
just
straight
a paved
streets.
line. Yeah, it's the paved line, so you can gun it.
These are gridded.
Go pretty straight. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, so ain't nobody on the street. I can look down, and there's nobody on the street, so I'm not an idiot. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna gun it. So I gun it. Man, just lose absolute every sense of control of that damn steering wheel. And just completely lose control. And I started like tail whip, I can feel the car like whipping its tail.
Did a Mercury have
It was a Topaz, not the Cougar, not the white Cougar, not the white Cougar that I had. The Topaz, the blue Topaz.
but did the Mercury have power steering?
Yes. Yeah. You want to know how I remember that power steering? Because I remember that shit used to go out all the time.
Okay. So it had power steering, but you couldn't control the steering wheel.
Yeah, I just lost control. I just was.
But it was like a sunny, well, not sunny, it was a night, but it was like a normal, like clear day.
Yeah.
You just lost control.
Just lost control.
I just find it weird because, well, yes, you were young and you didn't know how to drive very well.
I was going way too fast.
You were going way too fast for that street, but at the same time, it's not like a car that's. I can see that in the SUV or like a small truck, because they're higher.
It was an inexperienced driver. It was just an inexperienced driver trying to do something stupid. They probably that he knew he shouldn't be doing in the first goddamn place.
Yeah, because what if they're like
somebody just pulling out of the driveway?
Yeah, or like a small animal or something.
Oh, that animal would have got creamed.
Yeah, but the thing is, as a young, like, usually you get nervous when you see something come out of it, like of a street or whatever, regardless of what
True.
it is.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, it was, and that was the second time. That was the first time I crashed. Well, I didn't crash, but like skidded out of the fucking crazy.
You just finally got control back.
Yeah. Well, I slowed down. I know I skidded in front of somebody's driveway. I know I skidded. Like, you know how they have like the ditches?
Yeah.
I know I skidded on one of those, like one of the ditches. Like.
Yeah, you were lucky that you didn't fall into a ditch, because this is like old school streets where the drainage is not underground. The drainage is on the side street. You go in that ditch with a small car, you're not coming back out. Like, if you have a huge truck, you might be able to come out of the ditch, but a small car, you can't come back out of those ditches. They're so deep. I don't like those ditches. I'm glad most of them are being paved.
Yeah, most of the neighborhoods don't do that.
Well, modern neighborhoods don't do it at all, but they are going back through older neighborhoods. They're going through older neighborhoods and fixing them, bearing. And the thing is that those kind of drainage, the breeze clog them up so easily, like especially after a storm or a windstorm or something like that. They're just so clogged up when leaves fall. Thank goodness we don't have like true autumn fall around here.
You don't have any like crazy teen stories.
Crazy teen stories? Because I was boring. I was really boring.
I got all these crazy stories that I tell you. You're just like, yeah, he's crazy.
Because I didn't do anything. I had a brother that was over 6 years younger than me. And I just had to be home with him after school. Like, my parents will be at work and I just home with him. I just watched TV. That's all I did. I watched TV. I didn't want to do homework. I did homework and watched TV. That's it. But I do remember you were talking about how like you just got your license and you did all this stuff. So when I just got my license, I didn't get my license until I was 18. And the reason why...
The blaster from the front of the motorcycle.
The reason why I didn't get my license until I was 18 was we were immigrants. So, like, I didn't have a social security number. We were still on my dad's, like, immigrant visa at the time when I turned 16. So without social security number, you cannot get a license. You will end up getting in that loop where, like, you go to a driver's like a DPS, DMV, depending on your state. They'll say, "Okay, we need your social security number," and then you'll go to social security office, and they'll be like, "Exactly." That's what happened. It would just be a loop. What we didn't find out until I was 18 was, and I don't know why, we were just stupid. We didn't ask our lawyer or whatever. We had an immigration lawyer.
I thought you were stupid. You just don't know.
Yeah, we didn't know that what you can do is you can get, as an immigrant, if you have the proper, like, documentation, the correct versions, if you're old enough to be eligible, you can get what is called work permit, which I think you can get it at 16 because you're legal to work at 16. You get work permit, which give you a work permit ID. It's literally like an ID. I don't know what happened to my. I don't need it anymore. It's not valid
fuck
anymore.
That shit. I don't need that shit anymore.
But the work permit will be enough to go to a Social Security office to get you a Social Security card with a Social Security number, because Social Security is a system for people who work in the United States and pay taxes. So with a work permit, that ID is alternate.
I'm going to be so bad.
It's somewhere. Just slow down and make sure you didn't drop it.
Slow down. I ain't dropping it.
Anyway, so with the work permit, then you can get a Social Security card that says like it's normal Social Security card, except there's an extra stamp on it that says for work only. So I guess you can. What else can you do with Social Security? Like vote, I guess. Like you can't vote with that kind of Social Security card, but you can pay taxes and work.
Yeah, of course they don't get their taxes.
But you don't have to work. Like getting a work permit doesn't mean you have to work. It just means that you're eligible to work. So I got a work permit when I was 18, got Social Security card, and then I was able to go to driver's ed, and like take my permit test and my driver's test. So I didn't get my license until I was 18. But once I got it, once I got my permit, I was able to get my license really fast. Like because I was already 18, I didn't need to wait. So I did my my what's it called? Driving. I didn't want my parents to teach me how to drive because well, it will be stressful, and like I just didn't know like if I would pass the test if they teach
my
me.
parents didn't teach us how to drive. They sent us to driver's ed.
Yeah, so like even though I was 18, I wanted to go to the driver's ed because I wanted to do it in a way that I know I will pass.
I don't know why people think they can teach their kids how to drive.
I don't know.
That's not a good way. That's why a lot of people don't know how to drive.
Yeah, like look, when my mom came to the U.S. and took her first driver's test, she failed because she was that she was a bad driver, but just because she wasn't like a super cautious brand new driver where I just learned.
It's coming along.
So that's cool. You know how she failed her driving test the first time?
She didn't put on a seatbelt or something.
No, she did. This is the most slight thing that the coach, or not a coach, the driving test. The tester was just nitpicking.
The driving instructor?
It's not instructor. They don't instruct you. They test you. The
tester.
proctor.
Yeah.
What she did was, out of habit, when they asked her to back up, she put her arm around the back of the passenger seat so she can look back. Like she had more mobility on her shoulder to look back, to look behind her. But that made her fail because you're supposed to keep your hands on the wheel when you're taking your driver's test. Yeah.
But it's out of habit.
But it was out of habit. Because most people, like, know that when you open up your shoulders, you get more rotation with your head. And, like, I don't normally do that, but also, like, just some people do it, depending on your body or whatever. Just out of habit, she did it, and she fell. Anyway, my point is, when I got my driver's license, I did it pretty fast. Like, normally, when you get your permit, you need 6 months or whatever. I just took all my classes back to back to back as fast as I can schedule my driving classes with the driver's ed, and then got my license really fast after that. But I remember, so I didn't do anything stupid, but I remember, going to homecoming, I believe, with my cousin and my
I just remember something. No, go ahead. I
went to homecoming with Jill and Aileen and Lily and everything. That day was pouring down rain in Houston, and for some reason I drove us to homecoming, so I had to drive us home after homecoming, and it was pouring rain, and I was careful. It was dark. Sugar Land doesn't have a lot of streetlights. but it wasn't bad enough to be street flooding, but it was bad enough you had to drive slowly with the windshield wiper because like you really can't see.
Yeah.
But I drove us home from, the high school is not very far from my parents' house and Jill's parents' house. I drove us home from that. But ever since then, I feel like I'm not intimidated by driving in the rain in Houston because of that. Because it's so early on, like you're just like, okay, you just need to be careful and do this. Like, if you can do it, just don't be an idiot in the rain. Oh, so yeah, that is not a crazy story, but I just remember that it was so early on. I just got my license because I had turned 18 in September, and this was like October. So, anyway, you remember a story about homecoming?
No, it's not. I don't know why that triggered my memory, but it did. It did. So I remember. Sorry, I remember, and I lost the piece, but I remember.
We'll find it eventually.
One time, it was senior year. I remember this like it was yesterday. It's so embarrassing.
What did you do?
It was so embarrassing. So we had all went out. It was like, you know what? We gonna skip our like work period, and we gonna go to breakfast. So we all went to breakfast. We all met up at IHOP.
So like the first period?
It was the period right before we go to work. So we would go to that teacher's class, and then we would go to work.
Okay. But like what time of the day
It was like 10 o'clock. 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Wait,
We just left.
but you basically had no classes senior year?
I had, yeah.
Because once you go to work, that's
two.
the rest of the day, right?
We have 4 classes a day.
Okay.
We have a black day and a gold day. So black day we'd have 4 classes. Gold day we have another 4 classes.
Okay. But how is this still 10 o'clock in the morning?
So we just went to class. We just like we're not gonna go to this last class.
How is that the last?
It's like
class?
11. I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's right before. It's the midday. It's the midday class. We go to work half the day.
Okay, that's my question because you make it sound like it's breakfast time. This is more like lunchtime. You just want to go to IHOP. No, I just thought it was like still super early. It didn't make sense. So this is like your 4th period before you go to
second period. Before we go to work, we go to work at 12 o'clock. We got to be to work at 12. We work from 12 to 4.
You said every day you have 4 classes.
Yeah.
So you have 3 classes already. You have 3 classes already, and this is your 4th class that you skipped.
No. Everybody else had 4 classes. Seniors, I only had 2. I had half days.
Okay, that's what you didn't explain.
I was a senior.
Yes, you said you're a senior, but you said every day you have 4 classes. So like, how do you have 4 classes and then go to work?
School in general. You asking too many questions. This is the story. Anyway,
so
ask a lot of questions, get a lot of confusion.
You didn't answer correctly. So you said every other day you have 4 classes, but on the days when you go to work, your 2 afternoon classes were your work.
A lot of freaking pieces.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to 1 class. You skipped the pre-work
we went to 2
class.
Classes. We went to 1 class. Yes.
You went to 1 class.
Yes.
You were skipping the pre-work, like the classroom part of your like work thing.
Yeah. And I remember, like, we went to IHOP. Everything was cool. We ate breakfast and everything, and we all leave. Yeah, even now I think about it, I get a little flustered because it's embarrassing. So, and this is everybody's like out there saying bye to everybody. And I remember Sean was with me. Oh my God, I remember Sean was with me. He had came with me. He wasn't a senior, so Sean was a year behind me. We were the same age, but Sean was born in October. So his birthday was behind mine. So
yeah, you were the youngest in your class. Yeah. So he was like one of the older ones in his class.
Mind you, if I got caught out of school Like I'd have to
It was
especially
illegal because
yeah.
you were still
But I
a
had an
minor.
excuse to be out of school because I was going to work. But I didn't have an excuse to be out of school because I wasn't going to work yet.
Yeah. You were a minor. You were
Yeah.
truant at that point because you weren't 18 yet.
So we're all like, I can't fucking tell this story. So we're all like, how do I get this little man on the inside? This shit inside this little dude. We're all like, they're all like outside saying, but they're all like saying bye. I'm like, all right, I gotta take this fool back to school. So I'm in the car already, like, talking shit outside the window. And I take off like an idiot would. I take off in the car, like gun it, I'm in the Mercury this time because I drove me and my mom shared a car at this time in school, so I'm in the white Mercury.
Wait, so there were two Mercuries.
Yeah. One was the Cougar and one was the Topaz.
Okay, so hold on. You were gunning it in the parking lot.
Yeah, it was just an empty parking lot. So it was just empty in front of me.
You just liked to gun it back in the day.
I was stupid.
Now you drive like below speed limit.
Like a little old man. But I gun it, right? Me and Sean sitting in the car, we laughing, music blasting and shit. I said something fly. To somebody. Because I remember we were laughing as this is happening. And what I mean as this is happening, I mean, I gun it, and when I go forward, the whole car just like goes doosh, doosh, doosh. Bitch, I look at you like, what the fuck was that?
What did you run over? I hope it's speed bumps.
And we look, and when I say everybody is watching and laughing, everybody is like pointing and like laughing at me, laughing at us in the car. Like, what the hell? I look in the rearview mirror, and you know those things that stop you from running into shit, those parking cement blocks.
Yeah.
One of those was right in front of me. I done ran over that shit. I done smooth ran the fuck straight gunned it over that shit. And that's why the car was choo-choo. And everybody thought that was I was
so you jump.
I just didn't know it was there. I just didn't see it. Even when I parked, to this day, I still didn't see that shit. I still didn't know it was there. Yeah. So fuck, I was so embarrassed.
So you just ran through it.
Just ran right over it. Didn't ran through it. Ran right over it.
So it was in your rear view at that point.
Oh yeah. I looked at the rearview mirror. Me and Sean look at the rearview mirror. It's like, what the? He's like, you ran over one of them things. Like, no. And he's like, yeah, you did. Oh, man.
That's not a tall car. How did you run? Like, how fast were you gunning? How much pressure were you putting on the pedal to? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Mercuries are low to the ground sedans.
Who you telling, lady? Now, why are the handlebars so far? This dude is not riding it. What?
He can't hold the handles.
First of all, he can't even stay on the bike.
Are you finished with it?
Yeah.
Good job.
I just
Congratulations.
got to do stickers, but I ain't gonna do stickers.
His bike doesn't even stand up.
I had it on the wrong side.
Oh, okay. Nope, his bike does not. Oh, okay.
In your face.
He is very precariously
did
settled.
it.
Good job. But yeah. No, I don't have crazy driving stories like that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was just pointing like, and the next day, oh man, the next day at school, did they laugh at me? The next day, because we had Miss Benson's class twice. We had the same class 2 days in a row because we had to go to work. So we had her class twice. Man, the next day, they laughed so hard at me. And everybody just made fun of me, dude. And then Miss Benson's like, what y'all talking about? I was like, man, y'all better not say nothing. Y'all better not tell Miss Benson. I don't know if Eric was I don't think Eric went with us that day. Because he had a girlfriend in high school. So I don't think and she went to a different high school. So I don't think he went with us that day. But yeah, that shit was embarrassing as hell. I was super embarrassed.
You're so silly.
I'm so stupid, yeah. I used to do dumb shit as a kid. I used to do dumb stuff. Trying to impress girl. It was trying to impress girls. Trying to impress because the girl I liked was out there. She worked in the same? She was in the same program as we. So of course I'm thinking that's what it was. But yeah,
it's like, ooh, I'm so cool.
Another time we'll hear another funny story about that.
Oh.
About me in this class and this girl. So it was Christmas time.
Was she Hispanic?
Yeah, it was Christmas time. I won't say her name. It was, you know her. You've met her. At
her wedding?
No, not her wedding. It was at Nancy's wedding. Yeah, but you met her.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We'll talk about it later. But anyway, we went out. Like I actually got her to go out with me. Like we actually went out, we met and we talked and sat down and ate and shit and talked and shit. And it was a nice time. We had a good time. It was cool. And then the next day, I go to Miss Benson's class. And we're all talking. And everybody's like, all right, y'all ready? I'm like, ready for what? You know I don't celebrate no holidays. I'm like, ready for what? Everybody's like, the Secret Santa. Huh? What you mean, Secret Santa? You forgot? Yeah, I forgot. I don't celebrate stuff, so I forgot. Like, so by this time, I was like, I don't care. I'll celebrate with y'all.
Right, but like,
I got so mad at her. I was like, we were sitting in the mall parking lot, and you didn't mention this at all. Like, you didn't bring this up. She was like, I thought you would remember. Nope, I didn't. And so Nancy, man, she got on me so bad. Because I used to ride with Nancy to work. Like, when I didn't have a car, I would ride with Nancy to work. Man, so you spent all night with her. Da, 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 da. Y'all said talked all day, but you couldn't go walking 10 feet into the mall and go get a gift and da 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 da. I was like, man, that shit is hilarious. But yeah, I have a lot of embarrassing stories.
So, hold up. Who was the person that you were supposed to give a present to? Do you even remember that?
I think it was Pedro. It was either Pedro or Armando. It was one of them two. And I was just like, dude,
At least it's a dude. At least it's a dude. I don't think they would, like, if it was a chick.
I'm hoping it was, in my memory it is, but you know me and my memory from back then, I don't freaking know. Oh. But yeah, I'm and it was the whole class too, because it was the work class.
Look, even nowadays, he barely remembered to buy presents.
I barely remembered I remember to buy her stuff. Other people, she's like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, yes, that would work.
I usually either don't ask his opinion or it's like, hey, I'm down to this 2-3 choices. Pick one. Yeah. But like, it's just not. I don't think. And
and you know what's funny about that?
What?
I had remembered until I went out with her, and
you
just
got
the
so distracted.
jubilation of being out with her, just complete. Because I was in my dad's truck, and it was brand new, and she was, this is such a nice truck, and da 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 da. And I was like, yeah, you know. Living
Smooth
it up,
there.
So it just everything threw me off, and I didn't remember at all after we left. I didn't remember at all after we left. I was there's so many embarrassing stories about my senior year, but it's also really cool stories about my senior year.
You trying to impress girls?
Yeah, that was the main goal senior year. Was trying to get girls. Like, I was fun. Because I had already passed. I already knew I was going to graduate. I wouldn't, like, graduate with no honors and no shit like that. I was like, I already know I'm graduating, so I don't care.
That's why you took your senior year easy.
I got half day. Yeah, I had half days.
If you had most of your credits already done, like, it didn't matter.
I was like, I'm out of here. I was like, I don't care about none of this.
I took my senior year pretty easy, too. I don't remember if we had one of those, like, work type of classes, but I took a class, and it's hilarious because, like, so my high school had, it had academic classes, advanced classes, and honor classes. That means, like, if you take academic classes, If you get A, you get 4.0. If you take advanced classes, you get A, you get 5.0. If you get honor classes, you get A, you get 6.0. So then, like if you get take
6.0, I mean you're getting college credits, right?
No. It's just like it's a weird grading like type of deal. They will weigh it down to put it on college transcript.
That show you how smart I was in school. I thought that shit was college credits. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's a competitive school.
Why do you need a 6.0? I thought 4 was the highest.
No. So that's the thing. 4 is the highest for normal. So they had to weigh it down.
So the 5s are just like, I'm above 4, but I'm a 5.
So this is the thing. They will weigh it down to a 4-point average. So then basically, if you get a C in the honor classes, it's like you made the A in the academic classes.
I got you.
Yeah.
But it's still a C to everybody else in the honors.
No. Well, yes, but like in the end, if you take honor classes, your average. Yes, I'll talk about that in the end. But your average will be better because they will weigh it down, and like your average will be higher than
No way, that's been an hour already.
Hold on, Lear.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm listening.
I don't want to be so
thinking
long.
out loud.
Anyway, so you try to take as many honors classes as possible and get A's, so then your average will be higher than because it's a very competitive school. Like there is no way to compete if you only take academic classes in that school. Anyway, so then there is one honor class that you can take. I think you can only take a senior year, but it's the easiest honor class ever. Because
PE?
Huh?
That's it, PE.
No.
Honors PE.
PE is an academic class only. So I took that in the summertime because I didn't want to waste my time taking a class that will not help my GPA. Anyway, and I'm glad I did it because you don't have change to go to PE when you're taking it as a summer school. You just wear your gym clothes to school and then leave. Anyway, so I took this easiest honor class in senior year. It's called early childhood education. Basically, you go to a class that tell you about teaching children, but it's not like you're gonna actually be an elementary school teacher class. It's like your work class. It's to inspire you to do something like that when you graduate. And the teacher was super nice, and you do little projects like teaching the class to do something easy, like in a 10-minute presentation, instruct your class to do something easy. Like one girl teaches how to make Rice Krispie treats. That was her thing. And then one class we took we took a field trip.
That's what I learned in home ec.
To do Pillsbury dough?
Pizza, yep.
Oh, pizza, yeah. So one class we took a field trip to the Montessori school down the street from our school and just observe them. And that was such an easy A class. It was just coasting my senior year. We didn't have to do anything in that class. And we even got to go compete in that class in the state competition for that kind of classes. It was so silly.
Compete and go in and fucking sleep or something.
It's competing.
Who could come to school the latest?
Nah.
Is that where you learned it?
No, we just learned about doing projects and stuff, but it's projects that you will do for little kids.
That's cool.
So it was super easy. I don't know, presentations.
I don't know
and
how
stuff.
he's supposed to sit with these handlebars. This does not work. He does not fit. I took the thing off, and he still don't fit with these fucking handlebars. So I don't know. It's stupid. It's not stupid. Sorry, I love it because it's Green Ranger, but I don't understand.
The proportions don't make any
sense.
sense.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. How does he look in the picture on the box?
Maybe it fits like this.
Did you actually do your instruction steps correctly?
Yes, I had it completed. It's just the bike. He not sitting on the bike. He's sitting next to the bike. In every picture, he's next to the bike.
Well, maybe he's not supposed to sit on the bike.
I ain't put the stickers and all that.
But
Yeah.
Oh, so this was one of my Christmas presents from my friend. And I like to do puzzles.
From her best friend.
I like to do puzzles, but this is called the Clearly Impossible Puzzle. And the clearly is pun because I don't know if you can tell, this is transparent or translucent.
Every piece.
Every single piece is clear. Like transparent. The packaging is translucent, but on the inside, it's actually transparent. Every single piece is unique, but there is no picture. Everything is clear. Actually, I see some pieces that are actually already connected together. I'll have to break them apart and not cheat.
Keep them together.
I'm not gonna cheat. I do not cheat on puzzles. I make sure they're broken
That ain't
apart.
cheating. They're giving you a hint. There's no picture. That's like, this is what we're going to give you. This is it.
Yeah. So it's called the Clearly Impossible Puzzle. I have not wanted to start it yet. It might take me forever to do it because, so I love doing puzzles, but I
really don't think you'll ever do that.
I don't actually like do them all in one sitting. Usually I'll like work on it for a few days and I'll be very obsessive and I'll tuck it away because this is the thing. If I keep it on a tabletop, I'll keep wanting to do it. If I put them away, I won't do it all the time and actually live a life. So I will do it on like a trifold poster board and like tuck the poster board away and then forget about it. So we shall see. But yeah, I think I can do it. I just don't know how long it'll take me because I don't want to spend my whole life on this.
But I ain't doing the stickers. I haven't done the stickers yet.
So you figure out how to fit him?
He fit, but he don't. The handlebars and stuff don't work. It's weird. He looks weird. But I guess it's Power Rangers. It don't have to make sense.
I mean, have you not remembered, watching Power Rangers? Do they ever make sense?
Did you ever watch that?
What?
Power Rangers.
I only watch sometimes whenever it came on TV or with you.
Anywho.
You know that your can is not sitting on a table. It's sitting on the tablet only.
We didn't do headlines today, but that's fine. But this is Ron Gone Wrong. We didn't talk about Ron Gone Wrong, but I brought him out. I don't know if you ever watched that movie, but it's a hilarious movie. It's really funny.
If you've never watched it, it's pretty old
it's
now.
On Disney Plus.
It's an animated.
And then my Power Rangers book of pictures and stuff of Power Rangers, artist tribute book for the 25th anniversary for Power Rangers, the original and only recognized Power Rangers in this household. Got that book. And then there's a Batman.
We've shown your Batman book before.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't going to talk about it then. All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we should go.
Yeah.
I think we should go.
I ran out of juice.
No feet.
I ran out of juice.
And she ran out of juice. And I'm running out of juice, like, mentally. It's pretty late.
I have 2 Totoros on my feet.
Just don't show the bottom of those things.
Oh.
I was kidding. I'm kidding. Who cares? Nobody cares.
I cannot move my feet like that.
Bye, Baos.
Bye, Baos.
Cue the music.